in my, in my, in my. Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is time for another crochet hair install video. In today's crochet hair, as you also saw from the title, we're doing another twosome. My last hair was a mixture, and this hair is going to be a mixture. Today's hair is going to be a mixture of the Bobbi Boss Brazilian Ocean Wave hair. This is in the length 20 inches and it is in the color 2. And I'm going to be doing a combination of that with the Bobbi Boss Pineapple Deep hair. This hair is 18 inches and it is also in the color 2. Now, I got a comment in my last video or maybe on my Instagram that said, what made you combine the last hair? If you don't know, the last hair I tried was the Lulu Tress French Wave hair and then the Lulu Tress Braid Out hair. And I don't really have a good reason for doing any mixtures. It's mainly because I want a different curl. Like, you're going to get one defined curl with this, one defined curl with that. I want to kind of mix together. And why not? It's my birthday. Well, not today as I'm filming this, but in a couple of days, it'll be my birthday. And I always like a good banger for my birthday here. Who doesn't? I like a little bit of length, like a little bit of drama. And also on top of that, I like a good look that's going to bode well for a swimsuit because I will be at a tropical destination. One thing you should know about me from years upon years of following me, that I will be on somebody's beach for my birthday. You can best believe it. And with that, I need length, I need drama, I need all of that. Now, I bought this hair with my own coin. I had a Bobbi Boss hair for my birthday 3 birthdays ago, and most complimented hair I've ever worn on this channel. It looked good. I wore the Bobbi Boss Go-Go Curl that year. I want to run that same feeling back. I love the photos I took. I love the way I looked. I loved everything about it. So I'm going to try it again with 2 different Bobbi Boss hairs. Hopefully I can recreate that look. It won't be fully recreated because, again, like I said, this is in a darker color. It is in a color 2. And you might be like, well, one's 18 inches, one's 20 inches. We'll figure that out in the wash. It all works itself out in the wash. Now, I bought 3 packs of the Pineapple Deep, and then I bought 2 packs, only 2 packs of the Ocean Wave because I want this hair to be more Pineapple Deep than Ocean Wave. You guys know I'm kind of murky on a wave type hair. However, what I realized with my last hair that I tried with that French wave is that if I dilute it a little bit with a curl, it looks good and it performs a lot better. And so in today's video, I'm just going to install both. Probably no rhyme or reason to how I install it, but I will walk you through that install. If you guys want to see how I achieve the finished look, just keep watching. First things first, let's get into this braid pattern. I know in that intro you were like, this looks a mess. And you're right, it does look a mess because it's an old braid pattern. It's the same braid pattern I have for that Lulu Tress Braid Out and French Wave hair. I reused it because I knew I wasn't going to be wearing this hair for a long time and I didn't feel like having a whole nother braid down done. So this is 11 braids all going straight back. This is a look back at it when it was fresh. Remember a few weeks ago on that last install when it was fresh? Yeah, don't look like that now. But it's going to do what it needs to do for the time it needs to do it. So this is a look at the Ocean Wave right out of the pack. It's giving traditional wave vibes, and this is the Pineapple Deep right outside of the pack. I think when I had both side by side, I realized how distinctly different they were, but let's proceed with the install as per usual. I'm going to start by inserting the needle into my braid, then attaching the hair to the end of that needle, then pulling both the needle and the hair through enough that a loop is created, and then I'm going to loop the hair a couple of times. And I'm going to continue this process throughout. My initial goal was to do 2 Pineapple Deeps and then 1 Ocean Wave, but I end up just, as per usual, doing whatever, grabbing and going. With the Ocean Wave, it is bulk hair, meaning it kind of all attaches together. You can kind of see it's all kind of one, so you have to be the master of your own design when pulling that hair, whereas the Pineapple Deep is more so that traditional separated, already separated. So I'm trying to show you right now. You see the Ocean Wave is bulk hair, Pineapple Deep, you can pull one easily and go about it that way. So Ocean Wave in this variety is probably not the most beginner friendly, but if your experience is pretty much like a lot of the ocean waves out there. I got a comment in my last install video that was asking to see the back, or asking how do I install hair in the back, and I promised I would show it in my next install, and here we are. But I want to preface it, and I responded to that I don't show it because one, I feel like I'm out of frame. I can't see when my back is to the camera. I want to make sure it doesn't go out of focus, and I can't really monitor that. But also I don't show it because it's the same thing I do throughout, so I always feel like it's no point, because I do the same thing. I push the crochet needle through the braid, even the braided down section. I push the crochet needle through, I loop the hair, and I do the same exact mechanisms I do all throughout the head. I don't switch it up for the back. The way I install in the back is the same way I install it in the front, the sides, like everything you're seeing. So I'm trying my best to show it. I apologize because in the back my hands are more in the way, but I'm hoping you're getting the gist of I just do the same steps.
Tonight is just for you and I, and it's gonna be so fly. I like having you around, so I gotta put you down. Tonight is just for you and I, Tonight is just for you and I, Tonight is just for you and I. Tonight is just for you and I, Tonight is just for you and
The only time I switch things up is when I get into the front, and that is when I want a smaller knot. And so instead of pulling both strands through a couple of times, I pull one strand through, and I might do it twice just because this is a ocean wave hair and it's a little bit more loosey-goosey. So I will pull one strand through, but I'll bring it through twice, as you can see. Now with the pineapple deep hair, that hair is hard to split. It is very difficult to split, so be mindful of that. If you do want a smaller section in the front, which I normally do, I want a little bit smaller than I'm doing in the back, because I did not split the pineapple deep in the back, but in the front I did attempt to split it a few times because I do want a little bit more of a thinner strip. But just be mindful, this pineapple deep hair is not an easy split. So now this is the finished look. I'll insert a turnaround. I used all 5 packs, and I have not a drop left. So I'm hoping there's no sparse areas, because what is a girl to do if there are any? But now I will say the install itself took me 1:30. I don't know why, but recently I've been kind of going fast with my installs. Am I finally at a point where this is not an all-day affair? I mean, never has it been an all-day affair. It shouldn't be. My mom did the braid down 3 weeks ago, so didn't have to worry about that. And then the install today just was kind of easy peasy. Now, what I will say is when I first pulled each out of the pack, I noticed the Ocean Wave has it says natural texture, as you can see right here on the package, but so does the Pineapple Deep. So my expectation was that they were going to feel the exact same. They do not. The natural texture I really feel in the Ocean Wave, the Pineapple Deep, it feels good, but it's a lot softer. It's definitely 2 different feels. Like I like the texture of the Ocean Wave. I like the texture of the Pineapple Deep, but they're just 2 distinct textures. So I was a little nervous. As soon as I opened the pack, I was like, I'm a little nervous about how this is going to blend. And then the length, I did cut the Ocean Wave a little bit up. Like I haven't cut this hair at all for looks at all, but I did cut the Ocean Wave because it was looking distinctly longer than the pineapple deep, which I thought, okay, it's only 18 versus 20 inches. Shouldn't be that much. It looked a lot different. So I did cut the ocean wave, but I have not cut this hair. I have not put a product in this hair at all. I will say the ocean wave is more bulk hair, so it's not in predefined sections. You're going to have to be the master of your own destiny with separating that out. I just kind of pulled what feels right. I can't give you a set mount like a millimeter or this. You'll know what feels right. And the hair it's not hard to separate. It's just not pre-separated. The pineapple deep is kind of pre-separated, so you shouldn't have any problems with that. Splitting the hair though, the pineapple deep, hard to split. It's not meant to be split, I think. It's supposed to be installed as is. I tried to split a little bit in the hairline, and you can see that's the hair that probably has a little bit of frizz coming off of it, but I just couldn't install that full bulkiness in the parting space where I did invisible part, as you guys know. I don't know if it was harder or easier because it was a old braid pattern. I think it's harder. I think it's harder because it's a older braid pattern. The parting space is we're 3 weeks in with the braid pattern. So, my hair grows, which we love growth, but because my hair grows, the braids do kind of lift and separate. They do kind of lift and separate. The reason why I wanted to use an old braid pattern was because I knew I was going to take this hair out after Aruba. I knew I was going to have the time of my life in Aruba. So it wouldn't make sense to braid my hair down again for another hair that is probably going to get wet. When I take this hair out, I'm going to have to do a whole routine with it. So it makes sense to just do it after I get back from Aruba. The ocean wave was easy to split though, because it already is naturally in this bulk form. Splitting it, you can get it as teeny as you want. You can keep it as big as you would like in terms of the sections. I think it looks full. It's not heavy at all, and it feels still relatively breathable. Right now it's cold outside. It is, and it's chilly time here in North Carolina. We finally hit that winter stride, and I think I'll fully know more about how it feels and how it holds up in Aruba. That'll tell me if it's warm, because it's actually warm there. I'll know more, but I'll have to say I like it. I'm just kind of trepidatious about the merging of the two curls. Whereas the French wave and the Lulutress braid out that I merged, I think it looks seamless. These, because it's a wave and it's a curl, I don't know. To me, you guys let me know down below how it looks in your mind. I think it's fuller, but then I think there's times where I can kind of see, well, now I can't. I don't know. You guys let me know. Again, is it merging well in your opinion? Is it looking good in your opinion? I take you guys' opinion. Did I make the right choice for my birthday hair? We don't know just yet. This is just the install. As you know, I'm an installer and I'm a reviewer. I don't just put hair in my head. I take it for a ride, and we go along on that ride together. If you are subscribed and tuned in, have that notification bell on so you don't miss when that review goes live, and my vlog of my Aruba trip, all of that. If you're locked in with me, we're locked in together, you won't miss a thing. As well as if you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89, you probably saw this here, weeks before everybody else saw it. You are on the front lines with me over there. And then same thing goes for TikTok. TikTok's a little bit more real time and a few more shenanigans. So make sure you're checking me out there. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.